Me and my pops, man, I started playing football at the age of 4. I started out on the line as a lineman. So just always him just telling me, you gotta go hit him. Like that's always been his thing. Just go smack somebody in the mouth since a young age and just growing up learning that.
My name is Mazeo Bennett Sr. I'm the father of Mazeo Bennett Jr. Me and my wife, we was really nervous about him playing, but he always wanted to play. So I played college ball at Western Carolina, then I transferred to Catawba College, and then he grew up watching his older brother play at Louisville. So he had a pretty good background of football. He watched his older brother play. When his older brother got to high school, MJ was 7, 8. So he said, I wanted to be better than my brother. So he got to really taking it serious. When my oldest son went to Louisville, MJ went up there with him for a week. And that kind of changed his life because he really seen how he really wanted to, I guess, the path of playing really college football.
He played with Lamar, so as a quarterback, when I was younger, I wanted to be just like Lamar, so I was at every game, eyes wide open, trying to just mirror his game into mine. Maybe my 8th or 9th grade year, that transition right there between then, I was playing basketball and I was playing football, and it kind of came down to like, hey, I gotta train more for one or the other. And football was just my life leading up to it. I never really been a basketball player. I kind of always did it in the off season for football. So it was like, man, I'm gonna live or die with this football stuff.
He trained a lot. So that was his thing. He wanted to train. He wanted to get better. So his 9th grade year is when we decided we're not gonna play basketball. We're gonna focus on football. And 10th grade year is when he took off. He was that guy. He's different. When he puts his mind to it, he does it.
That work ethic came from him. It was days, man, I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying? It was days I wanted to be a kid. I wanted to go hang out with my friends, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go do this and get into stuff that I had no business doing. And my dad, he never let me drift too far away. You're not doing nothing, you just sitting around. Man, I want to play Fortnite with my friends, you know what I'm saying? Back when COVID was a thing, I want to play Fortnite with my friends. Get out the game, man. Let's go to the field. Let's go work out with Coach McGowan. We worked out almost every day in the summer. It was 100 degrees outside, but we just out there working. There's nothing else to do. This is what you want to do. I'm not going to let you take it away from yourself, you know what I'm saying? If this is what you really want to do, I'm going to hold you accountable. Hey, we got to go work. We got to go to work. I always had guys in my ear, like Josh Sapp he was my role model when I first got to Greenville, you know what I'm saying? He really taught me that, hey, if you want to do this, you got to lift weights, you know what I'm saying? That was my first time really lifting weights. He told me, if you really want to do this, you got to lift weights. I became a weight room guru, you know what I'm saying? I was in the weight room all the time trying to get stronger because I realized, man, if I get stronger, I can play with anybody, you know what I'm saying? I was a little toothpick, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a little toothpick, but he definitely told me, man, he taught me that, hey, you have to do what other people aren't doing to be great. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like they're doing the same thing. You have to do something different to be great. So we working at 6 o'clock in the morning, before we practice, the long practice, summer practice, we in there at 6 o'clock in the morning lifting, running, getting better. You know what I'm saying? That's something that bled into me throughout my years so I can bleed into the younger guys when I became a senior, you know? So.
He went to Coastal Carolina and got his first offer. And right after that, he got the offer from South Carolina and Kentucky. South Carolina, like, they was on him from the beginning to the end.
And then my first visit to a SEC school was here. And that was my first visit. And I came, and it was kind of just different. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. It was a lot of love when I came. Everybody really kind of like knew who I was. And then they showed me the Coach Beamer office in the stadium. And then Coach Beamer sat me down and he offered me. I was like, my mouth dropped because Coastal was my first one and South Carolina was literally my second. So my mouth dropped. I was in shock. I didn't even know what was going on for real. I was so excited. My hands were shaking. My family, my dad, he was about to cry. I'm talking about, I look at my pops. He's sitting right beside me. You just see the tears in his eyes, my mom, tears in her eyes, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was a beautiful moment, you know what I'm saying? Something that we've put in the work for. They spent so much money towards just to get me through training, to train. And then you get in there and then you sit down with Coach Beamer and he tell you those words, man, we're gonna give you a full-ride scholarship. That's just something that you can literally dream of. That's only true.
You can tell with some coaches. You can tell by their demeanor. They might talk about it, but they're not about it. But with Coach Beamer, he talks the talk and walks the walk. So that's why we really fell in love with Coach Beamer in South Carolina.
Great people that are joining this program as well, from great families that are about the right stuff. Everything that we told you during the recruiting process, nothing has changed. So we're open door and here to help you guys in any way. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Can't reiterate to you how excited we are that you're here, but then especially how blessed and grateful we are for all of you that you are putting your trust in us with your sons. And I don't take that responsibility lightly, and we won't let you down. You got my word on that one. So thank you. Welcome home. Welcome to the family. Happy New Year, and go Gamecocks.
I'm a big family guy. Family is everything to me. Everything that I do is through my family. So the contact that they have with my family through it, you know what I'm saying, just staying on them, always talking to them, calling them all the time, man. When they got my mom, they got me, and it was history. Once you get my mom, or once you get someone's mom, you pretty much got them, because your mom, she gonna tell you the right way. Your dad, he just smiling, he just happy to be there. But your mom really the logical person in it, you know what I'm saying? She gonna tell you what's real and what's fake, and she never thought nothing was fake dealing with South Carolina. Everything was always real.
Some people don't focus on family. Some people just focus on the athlete. This university focused on family. And that's what we wanted. We wanted somewhere where our son is in a family and it feels like a family. And the other schools that he went to, they was just focusing on just the athlete. When my wife and I met Coach Beamer, it was a great conversation, and they focused on family. Family was big here, so that's why we chose South Carolina. He committed to Tennessee, and the night he changed his mind was the night that Carolina beat Tennessee at home. And from that point on, he was like, I know where home is. I'm gonna decommit from Tennessee and I'm going to South Carolina.
Boy, that game was crazy, you know what I'm saying? That game was crazy. I was committed to Tennessee. I definitely was not coming to the game. My parents was at the game. Right after the game ended, everybody rushing the field, coach calling my phone from here. What are you waiting on? I was like, yeah, it's over with. They got me. It's over. Yeah, that's pretty much the story for me. After that game, that was my go-ahead, like, South Carolina the crib. Why would I go to another state to do something that I could do here? You know what I'm saying? Make this place what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? What it used to be, make it great.
Yeah, this class really stood out. I mean, he was really friends with a lot of those guys because they had a 2024 recruit group that they kind of text each other to see where everyone was during the year. He came down and he got to talking to Dylan and Josiah and Reno and the other guys. They kind of grew a bond. And when they got that bond, that's when it all came together. Like, we're all in this together. We want to come to South Carolina. I think that group knew what they wanted. When they came in, it was all about work. And that's what I like about that 24 class. Those guys came in to work. They wanted to change this culture here. And I think that's what they're doing now.
It's highly rated recruits that was in my class in the state of South Carolina. And the biggest emphasis to all of us, stay home. You can do everything that you're gonna do at that other school, you can do it here at your home school, in your hometown. I always knew I wanted to come here. I always wanted to stay home. I never really wanted to go out of state. You know, that's never really just been me. I'm family oriented and my whole family is in the state of South Carolina. Nobody's in any other state. So my whole support system is here. Why would I wanna go out of state to do everything I could do here? And just being able to come in here early, go through the spring, go through one-on-ones out there, you know, you go against the best of the best. Coach Beamer said all the time, like, you're not gonna see better on the field. You go through the hardest competition at practice every day. So coming in here, young guy, freshman, man, I want Nicky Manward, you know what I'm saying? I played against him when he was at Irmo, and that's who I want to go against, you know what I'm saying? I want to go against the best. I want to go against Jalen Kilgore every day, just because I know those guys, they're locking up the best dudes in the country, and I want to be the best in the country. When me and Dylan first got here, we were like, man, we gonna be the ones to turn this around. That was the whole emphasis when we was getting recruited. I was committed before Dylan, and I told him, like, hey, bro, like, I'm not coming here to play games. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come here to win games, and I'm trying to come here to dominate early. And he was on the same mindset as me. We were both coming here at the same mindset. So we came in, 220 boys. That was the room we stayed in the 6. And we just had that mindset coming into the spring, whatever it was, we gonna come here to dominate. We're not here to just be a regular freshman, to sit on the sideline, man. We trying to come here and make an impact now. And that's just been the emphasis for sure.
Did you ever get excited just seeing some of the names like Dylan Stewart and some of these people, and you're like, damn, my son's gonna go play with these guys, that's cool?
Oh yeah, I really did get excited. Like I said, Cam and Josiah, they kept in touch with MJ, and then once MJ got real close with Dylan, it was like a no-brainer. They all came together and made it happen. What it would mean to us as a family to come here and be that guy. And I think MJ's mindset is he wants to be that guy. And I think with what he's doing now and everything that's going on right now, I think they're gonna do a great job here.
Mentality of guys in South Carolina, man, we're some dogs. You know what I'm saying? We don't play pretty boy football. We don't play any type of football other than get down and dirty type football. Go, Lord, they say, bust them in the mouth. That's the type of football that we play, you know, and being able to put that on display at the next level, coming from high school, that's what I came here to do. It's so many names that decided to just stay home. And when you got a lot of guys that believe, that's all you need, you know what I'm saying? You got one guy, you feel like he believes in you, you believe in him, and y'all decide to stay together, that's it.
Carolina's got the football with 7:46 in the first quarter. Here's Sellers, wants to roll left, got man wide open at the 6, turning after the catch into the end zone. Touchdown Carolina, touchdown Mazeo Bennett Jr.
Because it was kind of like everybody in the whole stadium went silent. It was kind of like you wasn't supposed to do it, and you did it, and it was just like it's a feeling that I can't even describe. It's just felt great. You know, that's the best way I can describe it.
Marcus Lattimore, Stephon Gilmore, Jadeveon Clowney, like the list goes on. All of those guys are from right here in Palmetto State. Could you think about trying to put your name up with some of those names?
I feel like that's what motivates people in the state of South Carolina. A lot of the dudes that's in high school right now, they're underlooked. They're not getting as many looks as they should be getting. So that gives them motivation to go be something greater, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in the position that I'm in, I can push them to be greater too, because I feel like I can give them an opportunity to show, man, the state of South Carolina, we're not just pushovers, you know what I'm saying? We can play ball in this state too. And I feel like we putting the world on notice now. It's a lot of guys in the state of South Carolina that did great things, and I just want to be one of them.